So I am very much aware that some people deem anime as being stupid or childish or just good for nothing waste of time, and even in the self-improvement space I know that at least Hamza used to have some kind of hatred towards anime as I was watching his videos back in the day. But I am going to be the opposite of that, and I'm actually going to be defending anime in future videos as well as in this one. Now, here's the thing. I literally ran a marathon thanks to watching an anime. And the anime in question is called Kaze ga tsuyoku fuiteiru. And in English, the translation is running like a wind, I think. And it's a pretty good translation. It's not literal translation, but it's pretty good. How exactly did watching an anime make me run a marathon, you may ask? Well, I will explain that to you after these clips, after I have talked over some of these clips of the anime. So let's get into it. Alright, so this anime basically is about a group of random people getting together and deciding to take part in a run that takes place in the mountains, and it's gonna be 20 something kilometers long. And these guys basically are total amateurs and total noobs. Only the coach they have and one other dude in the group are actual professional runners for whom it's gonna be an easy piece of cake. So here you can see the group, and they are about to go for their first run. And some of them are really against it. They think it's stupid bullshit. They don't really want to do it, but somehow they decided they're gonna join. And then they have this really weak person here as well, who in this scene that you're seeing here is asking, how the hell am I supposed to run 5 kilometers plus back? Because they're gonna run 5 kilometers one way and then come back, so that's 10 kilometers, and this is their first run ever. And here is the guy who is a professional athlete, so he just goes before everyone because he's an asshole in the beginning of the series and he only cares about himself. And then the rest of the group are gonna start running. And here's the thing, like I said, they are running 5 kilometers as their very first run. And as I was watching this, the longest run I had ever done in my life was actually 4 kilometers. But I knew that because I had been able to run 4 kilometers in the past without any training, less than 4 kilometers, I knew I have what it takes to run 5. So when I was watching this episode of this anime, with these various amateurs, this one being the most exaggerated one who like literally can't properly run because he's so weak. I was watching these characters run 5 kilometers as their first run ever. And in that moment I decided, fuck man, I have to do the same thing. I have to go run 5 kilometers tomorrow. And this is generally how it works for me, to be honest. I don't really care if I'm watching an anime that it's really a fairy tale, it's not reality. I don't really care. I get inspired nevertheless. And this has happened in other cases as well, with other anime and other video games and other movies, where they have actually inspired me to do something awesome and amazing, even though they are fiction. So here you can see they're gonna run the second time, and they're actually running every single day. So this is day 2. And this is something I thought I'm gonna do as well. I was like, hey, I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I'm gonna run 5 kilometers every single day. I'm not sure if they were supposed to run 10 kilometers, you know, back to the river and back from the river, making it 10 kilometers, because I think I call bullshit in that case, because that's just too much. But I thought at this point that, hey, I'm gonna run 5 kilometers every single day because these dudes are doing it in this anime and it seems like, you know, it's badass to do. But I did not run every single day because I got fucking shin splints from just a few first times, and I had to reduce my running to once a week. I will talk about shin splints in another video completely and explain in more detail how I dealt with those and what I did. In this scene, I wanted to include some random running scenes, but this one I wanted to include because here the character, who is a professional athlete, is telling the group that they should stop talking about taking part in the 20-kilometer run as if it's something easy. Because he explains here that actually to qualify for that run, you have to run 5 kilometers in under 16 minutes 30 seconds, and that is an insane number to run, to be honest. The fastest 5k I have done, I think, is 22 minutes. So I would say that running 16 minutes, 5k in 16 minutes is pretty insane. I am interested in doing it one day maybe, but right now I don't really give a fuck. I don't want to run against time at this point. I just want to run distances and like improve in that way. So anyways, the group is here telling him like, what the fuck are you so serious about this? Like, you're the one who's fast, you're the one who it is easy for, and we're making progress every day, so what the hell is your problem? And he's like, huh? And then he's saying he's not a team player. But anyway, I wanted to include this little clip because I think it's interesting in this anime, in the beginning of it, that the professional athlete is actually the one who is disencouraging the other people. He's telling these other guys that you're not gonna make it. Why do you think you're gonna make it? Why do you think it's so easy that you can make it even though you're nobodies? You're a bunch of nobodies, you're a bunch of amateurs. Now, the reason why this character is saying these things is because he has a traumatic past and he feels like shit about running with other people. So other people treated him like shit or something along those lines. I don't remember anymore. I should rewatch. That is the reason why he is being a bit of an asshole. But you see, the thing is, my message would be the exact opposite, and that is something that you are actually limiting yourself with your limiting beliefs. Ultimately, I ran a marathon because I realized that anyone can run a marathon. Anyone who is not sick, who is not disabled, who is not obese, just any ordinary guy can run a marathon. Now, of course, in this series it's a bit different because, like I mentioned earlier, they have to qualify for the race by running the 16 minutes 30 seconds 5k, which still sounds insane to me. So it's a bit different in this show, but nevertheless, this really inspired me, even though it's fiction. But there's a few more things I want to address about this show. I already mentioned that I got shin splints, and in this show there's this episode towards the end where this guy is running even though he's sick, and I'm gonna insert clips of the anime here again. Now, what you should understand if you are considering running or you are running already, you should know that if you run when you're sick, you risk getting myocarditis. Not sure if that's how it's pronounced, but whatever. Your heart might get infected and fucked up, and then you really can't do any exercise for like a year or half a year or something. Why do I not do research before making a video? I don't know. But anyway, it's really bad. So, this is what was really disappointing. Not only the show doesn't show anyone spraining their ankles, doesn't show anyone getting shin splints, doesn't show anyone getting splinters, doesn't show any injuries whatsoever despite being a total newbie and starting to run every single day, multiple kilometers. Not only that, but here nothing happens to the guy who was sick and who was running sick. And this is gonna encourage some idiots like me. If I didn't know about the risks of running while you're sick, then I might have done it, because I'm so stupid sometimes. So anyway, the show nothing happened to the guy. He was okay, everything was okay after it. And that is really fucking bad for shows like this. And this is the same sort of stuff that I read on Reddit. I was reading about David Goggins on Reddit, and somebody was saying that, oh yeah, I listened to David Goggins, and you know, I ran on broken legs, I had shin splints, and now I can't run because my legs are fucked forever because I ran with broken legs like David Goggins told me to. David Goggins never says that. He never says that you should do that. In the books, I read or listened to both his books on audio, and he said that you shouldn't do the stupid shit that he did. He was the guinea pig. He did the stupid shit so that you don't have to. That's why, this anime is not like super great. It's a decent anime, but it's not, I wouldn't rate it too high. This is definitely something I have recommended to some of my friends who watch anime and who are interested in exercising more and who are interested in running. I've said that you should watch this show because it makes you want to run, because it's about the teamwork. And as a final story for this video, I will share a fascinating coincidence. So I was watching this show in 2019, I believe, April or May. And I had just found a new job and joined a new company on April. And guess what happened in the summer in that company, somewhere around June? I was asked if I want to join a group of people in the company and attend a running event in the town that I was living in. This was like 1 month after watching this anime and me having started running. Just complete coincidence that I had joined a new company that had people who wanted to run, and now they asked me to join. And I was like, holy shit, my life just became anime. My life just became an anime. And so I ran, I kept running once a week. I couldn't run more because of my shin splints, and I was super inspired. I was so inspired, dude. I was listening to the soundtrack of this show while I was running and training for that event, and I was just imagining myself running with those people. And I went to the event eventually, and we ran, and then we had some beer, and we ate some good food, and we laughed, and we shared our experience, and it was just amazing. And that made me fall in love with running. And that is why this show is the show that made me run a marathon eventually, even though there were other factors along the way, which I will address in a separate video. And what am I gonna do this summer? What am I gonna do this year when I run the marathon? How am I gonna prep? So if you're interested in running stuff, stay tuned and subscribe and like and comment and all the other things that make the godly YouTube algorithm recognize me. And I will be making similar anime videos such as this about other things, such as how anime got me into going to the gym and why I've always been in good shape thanks to watching anime and playing video games. And I mean it. Seriously, it's not just movies that I got. It's not just Arnold Schwarzenegger who made me inspired to hit the gym and lift weights. It's also anime and video games. It's real shit. So don't look down on those things. Don't look down on anime and video games. They hold some serious inspirational power. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you so much. Let me know what you thought of this video. It's a bit different than the earlier ones on my channel. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you and bye bye.